Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Sam. Today I'm gonna go ahead and do this bronzy look for you, so if you're interested in watching, then stay tuned. Okay, so I went ahead and already did my eyebrows and I applied my moisturizing creams. I used the Orgins Ginzing face moisturizer as well as the eye cream, so that's what I have on my skin right now. And I'm gonna go ahead and prime my eyes real quick with some concealer. I'm thinking the look I want to go for is a very like one shadow look bronzy eye makeup, because I feel like you can achieve a really pretty simple bronzy eye look without too many eyeshadows. So I'm gonna go ahead and attempt to do that, but I'm gonna first blend this concealer onto my eyelids, mostly to conceal the little veins that are on there. Okay, so I went ahead and concealed my eyelids with the concealer, and I want to go ahead and do a really easy bronzy look using the, I believe it's pronounced Kaja. This is the Toasted Carmel, and it's got 3 shadows. So it's got this light, very light gold color, then you got more of a medium bronze shade, and then you have this very dark chocolately rich bronze shade. I've only used this a couple times, and normally I'll use this if I'm using a lot more shadows, but I think I just want to do like a light sweep of the shadow, maybe put some color in the crease, but I want to keep it very simple, just a really blown out bronzy eye. Okay, next I'm going to go ahead and add a bronzer into the crease, and I'm going to use MAC Give Me Sun, and I'm just going to use a fluffy crease brush, and I'm just going to add that in the crease just to add a little bit more warmth. So it's a little bit orangey, and that shade on the lid is bronzy. So I'm not being too precise on how I'm applying the crease color. With bronzy looks, I don't like to be too precise. I like the more blown out, the messier. I feel like the better they look. It looks very effortless, very beachy vibes, very like model-esque makeup vibes. You ever notice when they have their makeup done, like when you look in like the magazines, those models that are like modeling on the beach or something, and like their makeup artist did a really blown out bronzy look. Like it looks very just wet and gleamy, and it's not like precise. So sometimes I like to achieve that look by just going a little messy. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and use the darker shade, and I'm gonna add a little bit on the outer part of the eye. Okay, so I'm just gonna grab a fluffy brush, and I'm just gonna gently buff out the edges right here so it doesn't look too harsh. Okay, next I'm gonna use the Wet n Wild Mega Liner. This is a dark brown eyeliner, and I'm just gonna line, I think I'm gonna do a baby wing, very thin wing. Okay, so I went ahead and did my winged eyeliner. I think they came out pretty even. This one came out a little bit thicker, so I had to thicken this one up, but it looks pretty good for the most part. And I'm just kind of drying it up before I curl my eyelashes and put on mascara. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quickly, and I'm gonna use the L'Oreal Telescopic mascara. Okay, so I went ahead and added my mascara, and I'm gonna go ahead and add some false eyelashes, and the style that I'm using is called, they're by Kiss, it's called Sultry A, and I prefer the, actually I've never tried high-end false eyelashes. I prefer the Kiss ones because for one, they're drugstore and they're very affordable, and then two, the band is very thin, so it's very easy for me to apply. Okay, so I applied my eyelashes and they're still drying right now, and then I also went ahead and added some primer. I used the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, and the thing with this primer is you need to let it absorb into your pores for at least a minute. That's at least what the packaging said earlier, to let it sit on your skin for a minute. That way, again, it's absorbed, and then you can go ahead and move on with foundation. So the foundation I'm going to use is the NYX Born to Glow, and then I'm going to mix a little bit of the L'Oreal Pro Glow. I find this to be a tad bit too light, so I'm just going to add like a droplet of this to warm it up a little bit more. And I'm just going to use a buffing brush. Okay, so do you see how my skin looks extra dewy? And yeah, it's the foundation, but I feel like it wouldn't look this good if I didn't prep my skin first. So obviously that's gonna start, honestly that starts with a whole nother topic with taking care of your skin from the inside out. And then of course you prep it by cleansing your skin really well, on top of serums, moisturizers, priming, and there's a lot of steps, but I feel like, yeah, to achieve the best glow possible, you just need to start from the inside out. That's just how, and it's not going to happen overnight. It's a process, and I feel like, you know, to me personally, I feel like with my skin, I've achieved that process over time, and I've actually wanted to do a video on that because I feel like I got my skin from being extremely textured down here. You can see I have a little texture bump there. That's clearly texture, but I've had that for a couple years now, and I can't get rid of it unless I go to a dermatologist. But that honestly, that doesn't bother me. And then I also have like a little bump right there. That's also just, I'm sure that's like an underneath skin type of wart, maybe mole, I don't know. That doesn't bother me, but I had a lot of bad texture right here, and I think that was from I wasn't drinking enough water, I wasn't cleansing my skin very well, just a combination of different things. So anyways, I want to do a video on that because I've been using some products that I've either finished up or still using, and I feel like it's made a difference. And I'm going to use the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer, and I'm going to go ahead and apply that underneath my eyes. I have to do just like 3 big stripes like that. Dots on my nose, little circle here, little circle there. And whatever's left, product on the sponge, I'll just go ahead and further blend that out right here, because I don't want it to just be white, like, or light right here. I kind of want it to be evenly distributed. And I'm gonna go ahead and set underneath my eyes with this Revolution Bake and Blot Banana Light Powder. And I don't want too much powder underneath my eyes today. I want to keep it light and airy. So I'm just going to use a very light and fluffy brush. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and use the brush that comes with it, which is the J01. And I'm not really sure how to use this. I want to use it right because I want the best result. So I think I'm just gonna take that hair off first. Okay, so I think I'm gonna just, oh, I'm nervous, just dust that. I want to do like, I also want to keep it like really bronzy, just blown out bronzy. So I think I'm going to go ahead and use that bronzy shade again that we used on our lid. And I think I'm just gonna, it's gonna be very messy, like nothing perfected. So I think it's better that I just tap as opposed to smear because it's a very shimmery product. Okay, so I just used, because I felt like I put too much at first, I'm just using a really soft, clean, fluffy brush, and I'm just kind of diffusing that product up. But I mean, like I said earlier, the goal is a very almost like messy, bronzy look, blown out, not perfected. Okay, and now I think I'm gonna go ahead and just add some bronzer underneath my eyes. Kind of looks like I just created some dark under eyes, but it's really just a shadow, obviously. Okay, so I think I'm gonna add some eyeliner in my waterline, and I've used this before. This is the NYX Golden Bronze eyeliner. And I'm just gonna add that in my waterline. So next I'm gonna add some mascara because I always forget this step every single time. So I'm just gonna add some mascara on my lower lashes. Okay, so I'm gonna set my brows with the Anastasia brow tint, I believe it's called. And I'm using the shade Taupe. I also need to do this step before I forget. But I want a very bushy brow look today. Sometimes you just gotta work with what you have, even if your brows are not naturally bushy. But I want that look today. I want my hairs pulled back. Okay, so next I'm gonna contour my face with the Revolution Pro Sculpt and Glow powder, and I need to work on getting a contour brush. I do not have one, so that's gonna be next on my makeup purchase list. But I'm just gonna dip this brush in here, and I'm gonna add a little bit of shadow onto underneath my cheekbone, just a little bit. If you can hear a little bit of a rattle, it's my daughter waking up in bed right now. So I'm just gonna grab just a little bit on this little mini angled brush. Next, I'm going to, actually I'm going to use this and then I'll use a different bronzer shade, but I am going to go ahead and just use the MAC Give Me Sun bronzer, and I feel like this is going to tie in with the eyes really nicely. And we're going to go into the Revolution powder, and I'm just going to lightly clean up the edging right here because it was looking a little messy. I'm getting a little messy now because my daughter is starting to wake up and we need to hurry. She's awake. Hi, baby. Okay, so one thing I like to do, I like to go into the Glow Kit powder, also by Anastasia. This is the Sun Dipped one, and I like to go into this bronze shade. and because I am too fair for it to be a highlighter, I'm still going to use it as a bronzer. So I'm just going to lightly dust over what I already bronzed. Okay, so next I'm going to use my LA Girl blush in Just Glowing, and I'm going to also use this blush brush by Morphe. It's the M105. It's my my second time using this. Excuse me. It's my second time using this, and I needed a new blush brush. Bad. Okay, and my skin feels pretty nice. I think I just want to spray my face real quickly before I add some highlighter, and then we'll get to the lips. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the e.l.f. Hydrating Coconut Mist and just add. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get into the Glow Kit Sun Dipped palette by Anastasia. Don't mind the TV in the back. My daughter is awake now and she is requesting that I put on her show. So I'm gonna go ahead and just use, I think I'm gonna use a mixture of these two and use those as my highlight. Okay, so again, using the sponge to further blend any little harsh spots. And then also I'm going to use the e.l.f. spray one last time. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do lips now, and I have two Morphe lip liners that I just also got yesterday, and they're in the shades Sweetheart and Honeymoon. And as you can tell, the shades are pretty darn similar. I have no idea what Sweet Tea looks like because they were out of stock online as well as the store, but I don't know which one I want to go for today. So I'm going to go ahead and line my lips and then I'll add my lip color. I would say now that I'm looking at it, Honeymoon's a little bit lighter, more got a peachy undertone. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and line my lips with a slightly, wait, this is not it, a slightly darker shade, just ever so slightly darker. I'm gonna use the NYX lip liner in the shade Cocoa. I just want a little bit darker, just for some definition. Okay, next I'm gonna use the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in Stockholm. Last, I'm going to use the Fenty Beauty in Fenty Glow Gloss Bomb. Fenty Glow. I think I never do glossy lips, so I think I want to do a glossy lip so it goes with the eyes, because the eyes look wet and the skin looks wet, and I want my lips to also have that same effect. Okay, so that completes today's look. I'm really happy with the way it turned out. I'm really digging this blown out bronzy look, glossy skin, juicy lips, and I just feel like it goes with the vibe. My hair is extra curly today, and I just feel like I was feeling like summer vibes even though we're not in summer season yet. Well, at least here in Texas we kind of are. It's like winter and summer every other day here. But yeah, if you enjoyed the tutorial that I provided today, let me know, give it a thumbs up, and consider subscribing. I would appreciate that. And if there's anything else you want to see from me, let me know. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.